What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Eddie Scott, aka Say Less Ed, back at it with another one. Excuse my attire. Just finished up early morning hoop session, basketball run. But hey, as y'all see by the title of today's video, 3 life lessons that I learned from running a 6-figure business. Now, for those of y'all who are new, just a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Eddie Scott. When I was 18 years old in my freshman year of college, the pandemic hit. For those of y'all who are not sleeping under a rock, everybody knows about the pandemic and quarantine and how that whole experience was. But during that time, I really just locked in and wanted to do something in my life, right? It wasn't really that much to do. And so I started a clothing brand with my cousin, Say Less Trent. And so, yeah, March 2020 is when Say Less Lifestyle, it's the name of my clothing brand, is when it was established. And back then, it was just like, I was thinking of it as like a side hustle, right? We was going to go out as a clothing brand. So sell these t-shirts, hoodies, and just, have something cool on the side. But little did I know what God had in store, right? And so just the next 3 years of just immense growth turned that brand, that little side hustle, right, into a 6-figure business. Grew our social medias, super viral, over 500,000 followers on TikTok, all this crazy stuff, doing pop-up shops, opened up a kiosk in the mall, ended up getting a full retail store in the mall, all these great things, right? And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about 3 life lessons that I learned in that experience, right? So let's get right into it. Number 1, and before I even get into it, this video is for, if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to become an entrepreneur, even like whatever you do in life that you want to be great at, there are life lessons to learn along the process, right? And it's important to learn from other people who have gone through the process that you want to go through, right? Why waste time in your life in trial and error when there are other people that have walked the journey that you want to go down, right? And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more later on in the video. But just for example, like, there are people who have written books that encompass the past 50 years of their life, and people don't read them, right? And so today's video, I just want to give you guys a little bit of, wisdom, knowledge, if I could call it that I've learned that I want to bless you guys with. So let's get right into it. Number 1 life lesson that I learned in running a 6-figure business: you have to think opposite from the norm, right? Everything in this life comes down to your mindset. Everything in this life comes down to your mindset. Mindset is everything. Like, I can sit here and say that all day. Mindset is everything. Literally, the way that you perceive the world, the way you are watching this video right now is through your mindset. So somebody could watch this video, 2 people could watch the same video, and 2 people could get 2 entirely different things, entirely different perceptions and takeaways from it, because they have 2 completely different mindsets, right? Mindset is everything. And when it comes to running a business, it's the foundation. I say this a lot, but if you want to have, in this case, if you want to have a 6-figure business, you can't operate a 6-figure business with a 5-figure mindset. I'm going to say that again. You can't operate a 6-figure business with a 5-figure mindset. So how do you increase your mindset? Personal development, spiritual development, self-improvement, whatever you want to call it. Becoming the best version of yourself. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably know what personal development is. You probably read the books Think and Grow Rich, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn, like all of that, right? A lot of people think it's cliche and, self-help is corny and that, whatever. It's necessary. It's key. Life principles. This world operates according to laws, right? Something as simple as the law of gravity. If you violate the law of gravity, if you go walk off a cliff, you're like, oh, I'm gonna walk up this cliff and I'm gonna start floating. No, you're gonna violate a law, you're gonna die, right? So that's a very broad, basic one. But just when you understand the simple laws of how this life works, the laws of how business works, right? You're gonna realize that it's very different from what you may have been taught. as a kid. It's very different from what you may have been taught in college, right? So through the journey of personal development and just learning more about business, right? When I was growing my brand, I was still a freshman in college. And so I was a business major, but a lot of these principles and things, these laws, I was learning before we even learned about them in my classes, right? And even before the classes, like a lot of the things that I learned in this business were never taught to me in school, right? And this is not the video to talk about, oh, college is a scam and school is bad. This is not the video for that. But I say all that to say, if you want to, whatever you want to be great at in life, it doesn't even have to be a business. Whatever you want to be great at in life, you're going to have to develop a mindset that is contrary to the 99%. Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, he wrote another book, which is honestly my favorite personal development book, called Outwitting the Devil. And in this book, Napoleon Hill is having a conversation with the devil, right, Satan, and he's asking the devil, why do you torment all these people? How can you be so evil? And essentially the devil is like, he doesn't really go out his way to torment people. He's like, people torment themselves through their lack of education, lack of understanding, and they let other people think for them instead of thinking for themselves. So in that book, Napoleon Hill says that 99% of people are drifters, is what he calls them. Drifters. They have no definite chief aim. They let other people think for them instead of thinking for themselves, right? But the 1%, or really he says like 95% and 5%, he wrote that book back in the 1900s. Respectfully, in today's day and age, it's probably more like 99% and 1%. Because a lot of people are low vibrational, respectfully. But 99% of people are drifters, but 1% are the chosen ones. And that 1% have that definite chief aim. DCA is what he calls it. That 1% of people, they know their purpose in life and they think for themselves instead of allowing other people to think for them. They educate themselves. Self-education. Jim Rohn always said that formal education will get you a portion, but self-education will get you a fortune. So, with that being said, you have to develop a mentality that's different from the norm. A lot of things that your parents may teach you about money. A lot of things that you may learn in school about business. Your aunties and uncles' opinions about how you should make your logo and, just little stuff like that. You have to learn for yourself and you have to be firm in your beliefs, right? There's going to be a lot of people coming against your belief system. And so you have to be rooted in what you believe and what you know is right. But how do you know what's right if you're just getting started? This brings me right to the second life lesson that I learned in running my six-figure business, which is that success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And this is something that Jim Rohn would always say. Success leaves clues. If you're going to develop that strong belief system, that mindset, that mentality that's going to take you to that next level in business, in sports, in life, 9 times out of 10, you probably won't have somebody in your immediate circles that has done what you want to do. So how can you develop the mindset that you need to be successful? Success leaves clues. Learn from other people who have done what you want to do. In 2023, in the day and age we live in, there is no excuse for not finding what I call a virtual mentor, right? Somebody who has done what you want to do. Study them online. For example, if you want to, let's say, I'm trying to think of a business. Just for example, if you want to start a electronics business, just for example, you can go on YouTube and look up Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. Look up how all these people, Jeff Bezos, study their life stories, study the material that they put out. Even like on a more simple level, like influencers, right? There are YouTubers. There are, like, for example, if you have a clothing brand, tap in with my channel, right? There are people out there who have done what you want to do. So success leaves clues. Why? Like I said earlier at the beginning of the book, there are people who have invested years of their life into something and have given you the blueprint in books, nowadays with YouTube videos, with courses, but people don't want to invest in themselves. And so then they try to go figure everything out by trial and error, and they waste so much time in their lives. And not just waste so much time, they waste so much energy, money, stamina, resources. So, that being said, success leaves clues. Learn from those who have done what you want to do. Find a mentor. If you could get a mentor in person that is at that high level, that has done what you want to do, congratulations, you are blessed. If not, find somebody that you can follow on Instagram. Find somebody that you can find on YouTube or TikTok and learn from them. Get the game, get the steps, read the books. Even simple stuff like the money mindset when it comes to business. Learn from investors. Learn from other millionaires. If you want to make money and you're not studying how millionaires think, if you're not reading books by Warren Buffett and, you know, all these wealthy people, then you really don't want to make it. Success leaves clues is the second life lesson that I learned. Number 3, to wrap up this video. Number 3 life lesson that I learned is that you have to enjoy life. At the end of the day, with all this work that you're putting in, all the learning, all the steps, all the consistency, all the grinding, as people want to call it, at the end of the day, you have to enjoy life. The destination is invisible for 99% of the journey. The destination is invisible for 99% of the journey. And so many people are just caught up in, I gotta make it, I want to make it, I'm hustling, I'm grinding. Like, that sounds cool, right? But one, you don't want to get burned out. And 2, that's not what life is about at the end of the day. Yes, it's good to have goals. It's important to have goals. You need to have a definite chief aim with your life on how you're going to impact the world, how you're going to impact society through your gifts, talents, skills, passions, abilities, desires. But when it's all said and done, life is all about relationships, right? So what good is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? What good is it for somebody to grind and work 24/7 all day and become a millionaire, but they have no friends, or they don't have a relationship with their family anymore, right? Who are you going to share your success with? Cultivate those relationships now. You are not going to kill your business if you go spend an hour with your homies, right? And that's a whole nother discussion, talking about having the right people, the right friends to hang around, right? But it's important, and this is what I believe, it's important. You need to have a mastermind group. You need to be hanging around people who are motivating you, inspiring you, educating you in your field and whatever you want to be great at. But you also need to have those friends that you could just kick it with, it you could just relax, that you could go to the mall with and just laugh for hours and not even thinking about your business, right? You need to have that balance. And so many people in life don't have a balance. They're either on one extreme where all they do is hang out with their friends and they just kick it and they never take their life seriously. And then there's the other group of people who just grind and never spend time with anybody. Both of those people are going to be miserable, right? So find that balance in your life. Enjoy life. At the end of the day, if you want to have a business, yes, we want to have businesses to impact people, right? But as they teach us in the economics class for business, all businesses are in business to make a profit. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, let's say you want to start a business, you want to start a company, you want to make money, right? What's the purpose of that money? What is your reason why? So many people say, oh, I want to become a millionaire. Why do you want to become a millionaire? Because you want your bank account to look a certain way? Because you want your friends to look at you a certain way? Those aren't valid reasons. It's good. That's not a bad intention to want to become a millionaire. But you can have bad intentions for wanting something good. So have the right intentions. And at the end of the day, money is a tool. Money is a tool to build a life that you want to live. So if you're grinding in this business, if you're working to make money, whatever the situation may be, you should be doing it from the perspective so that you could better your life, so that you could better the life of others. And it comes down to that. Remember your reason why. So with that being said, those are the 3 life lessons that I learned in running a 6-figure business. And those are just 3 out of many, right? I try to condense it into something general for you guys, but there's so much that you learn through the various stages of life. And I'm just getting started. I'm right here with you guys. So I just wanted to make this video for you guys to kind of bring you along my journey, some things that I learned, hopefully motivate you, inspire you, educate you even just a bit. If you got anything from this video, what am I saying? Be sure to leave a like for YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what other videos, other topics I should talk about. Hey, I love y'all. Let's be great. Let's get after it. Let's go.